Alright, hello, it's Duncan here, Greenfield Hives and Honey, and we're just going to go through a hive. You'll see I have, this video is for 3 schools who contributed painted boxes. So we have Hawthorne Elementary School, Burton Ettinger Elementary School, and Inglis Street Elementary School. And this video is basically, we're just going to go through real quick so you guys can kind of see go through a little bit more about the bees. So we'll switch over. This is the hive box provided by the Hawthorne Elementary School, and I want to get this video done, so I'm going to do it for all 3 of you. So what I'm going to do is just pop the lid off it and then take a quick look. This colony is a rescue colony. It was a swarm, which is basically how bees make more colonies of bees. They raise a queen, and that queen leaves and takes some bees with her, and they start a new colony somewhere else. This one ended up in a apartment unit that was being constructed here in Dartmouth, and I got a call to go down and rescue them. So that was done yesterday. And we're just going to go through and have a look, see what we can see in there, what we can show you. There's probably not a lot exciting, but there's definitely bees in there working away. You can see them coming in and out of their entrance. They're very, very busy. So let's just set this up. There you go. I'm not the star of the show, so there probably won't be too much for me to show you. So we just removed the outer lid, and then what we have is an inner lid, and this lid just gets a little bit of light inside of it. So here we have a few bees just sort of sitting on that lid, and we're going to pop that open, and we're just going to give them a little bit of smoke, just so that in case they get a little excited. Smoke does not put them to sleep. Smoke just acts as a way to block their communication. So what we have is a bunch of elastic bands in frames of bees, and those were comb that was cut out of the wall of the apartment building and then placed inside the frame, and because they're not attached, they are held in place by elastics. So that's what you'll see there. These ones were drawn comb, the darker colored wood. They were little older frames, and those are drawn comb that have cells on them so that the bees can lay, queen can lay in them, or the bees can store in them. I don't know these bees, but we're going to be very gentle with them, and hopefully they will be very gentle with me. So let's just give them a moment and see if I get stung. Well, I can always grab my gloves. So there's a big frame of bees. There you go, and I don't know if you can see that glistening in there. That is nectar that they're storing away. That's the nectar that they're turning into honey. And what we'll do is have a quick look to see how they're making out, and maybe we'll even find a queen in here. And if we do, well, we'll point her out to you as well. So after a quick scan of this, I don't see a queen. They look quite a bit different. All right, let's just set this aside. And let's go on to the next frame. So this is one that was pulled out of the building. So you'll see it looks a little bit different than the one I just showed you. And the reason is because it's not complete, that the bees are building on it. You'll see they're doing a little bridging over here too, just kind of literally hanging out. And they'll continue to build on this and hopefully fill it all out. At some point in time, I'll remove this and give them a nice solid piece. So we don't see any queen on that frame either. So we'll just put that one back. The next couple of frames will be pretty much a little smoke to move them along. When they do start fanning, is what they do is in order to move the smoke out of the hive. They don't tend to like the smoke. And what we're doing is looking for the queen. So most of these are all worker bees. That would mean that they're all female. The drones are the male bees, but because this is a swarm, there would be very few male bees in it. All right. I'm hoping that you guys have a good view of that. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, there is a drone there, so I'll point him out. So you can see all of these workers here, right? And then right here, this guy right there, he is a male drone. So you can see he's a little fatter than the rest of the bees. His eyeballs are much larger. This girl's checking out what's going on. His eyeballs are much larger for when they take flight. That's what a male looks like. So there's only 3 types of bees in a colony. So there's the worker, there's the drones, and then there's the queen. So now that's, ooh, I gotta be careful. I see they're building some comb over here, and it's starting to waver around. So now we're looking for that queen. See if we can find her. Let's come down here very carefully. It's a very disorganized colony right now. They were very disrupted by being moved out of that building. They lost their home, although I did pack them some of their belongings, as you see in these frames. But and I gave them some new stuff. Or not really new, but previously used. It's kind of like if you stay at a grandparent's house or something, and they might have some stuff for you to use if you stay there for like a month or so. Can't pack everything, right? So I don't see any queen on here either. So we'll just keep searching for her. And you see the smoke just kind of wafting by. They don't quite like it. It's necessary sometimes just to keep myself from getting stung. There we are. Now let's head out this way. They stick together. They're making strings of bees. More combs. See, they've just built this since yesterday. So that's amazing. That's how fast. Can you see that? That's how fast they work. They're very good workers. This comb was not there yesterday, and this as well as the one on the other side. So all of those ones attached to the top are brand new comb they're building. I don't see a queen on this frame either. She can be tricky to find. She does not like light. She likes to be in the dark. She likes to be... No, no one's attacking me, so it's good. You can tell when they attack you, they feel like, when they come at you, they feel like little tiny bumps. They bump into you several times. And then sometimes it's just an accidental bump, so then you don't feel it again. And that means it's an accident. And there's another piece of comb they're building. Brand new. Since yesterday. No queen on this frame either. I'm hoping to find her so I can really show you guys. She is quite amazing. Amazing when you find a queen. It feels really good. Because she's the only one in here that looks like her. And it requires a lot of patience. And sometimes, as a beekeeper, you have to go through the box a couple of times to find her. So I would say these bees have definitely made this their home. They're unpacking. When they swarm out of another hive, they take a lot of honey with them. and they need to carry it so they have food reserves in case they can't find a home right away. And then what they do is they dump it. Again, we'll use the analogy of staying at your grandparents' place. They might have like a chest of drawers or a shelf or a bookcase or something like that for you to hang or put your stuff away, a little closet. And then you put your stuff away, and then you kind of just dump it out, and you can organize it later. And that's what these bees have done. They've definitely dumped everything out. There's another male bee here. Let me see if you can see that right there. Where's my tool? There it is. Very hard. I'll slide this over. So we have a lot of workers here, and then this one bee right here is the male bee, this guy right here. So there's not very many in here. Let's have a look on this side. So we're not finding the queen, which doesn't mean anything other than the fact that she's very mobile and that we just probably missed her. Well, let's have another look. We'll go back through quickly, and if we don't find her, well, we'll have to call it a... Oh, it probably helps too if I put my glasses on. That would help. Because after a while of staring at a bunch of bees, they start to all look the same. Nope. Going to move on. And the problem with these partial comb pieces is that she could be hiding anywhere on there. Underneath of it, over here on this little comb, in a ball of other bees. So this colony will just continue to grow and have more bees and more bees as long as the queen lays eggs. No, not on there either. These are very busy bees. We'll pop a smoke here. Move them along. Oh yeah, it makes me cough too. That's why they flap their wings to ventilate it all out. Oh, where are you? This is probably the most, I don't know, frustrating job of being a beekeeper, is trying to find that one bee within thousands. It's like looking for the needle in the haystack. We get a lot of bees here. We'll just show you that. See this one here, if you can see that? No, not yet. It's very hard to get. Here, let's see if we can find her again. There she was doing the waggle dance. So the waggle dance is the communications where one bee speaks to another or a group of bees by shaking and demonstrating where and how they found forage, whether it be a field of flowers or... I must have interrupted them. Alright, just keep going. Videotaping, especially by yourself, is not the There we go. So we got a bee here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Right here, she has yellow pockets, and she's kind of vibrating. Generally, they move around in a figure 8, so it'll kind of look like she'll go like this and like this. And she vibrates, and that's how they pass on to. The yellow spots on her are pollen. They stick to the legs, and they can knock those off and store them. So you can see her going right there. It's very small shaking, so generally I would assume that to be a very close source of pollen or nectar. All right, so let's carry on with that. We've still not found that queen. See, they've got little spots where she can hide here. Let's see if I can find her. Oh. We're just quickly scanning. Try to find one bee that does not look like the others. And no luck there either. All right. What I might do is just stop the recording and then see if I can find her and then record that particular bee for you so you can see her if I have luck. There she is. All right, lucky us. So let me see if I can get that in there. Right there. It's very large. Oh, she's going through the other side. Let's see if we can follow her through. Right there. That's her right there. So she has this abdomen here with this wings and this thorax, the wings and very long abdomen. So let me see if I can get this a little closer. Right, where'd she go? There she is, right there. Oh. So you guys can see her right there. That is the queen of the hive. So she is much larger than all the rest of the bees, and she can live up to 4 years or so. Oops, sorry, I'm kind of falling over. She's looking for places to lay eggs. I lost her. There, she's way up here now. She's moving around. Right there. I'm zooming. Yeah, there you go. See if we can zoom in a little closer. There you go. You can see her there. Right there in the middle. Yeah, so that's the queen. So that's the queen of this colony. And this particular box is for the Hawthorne school. So we'll just, keep an eye out on this particular box to make sure that we gently put her back in there so we know we don't hurt her. Push all these frames back over so we make space for that last one that we took out. This last one here. These bees will continue to grow and grow, and they'll stay in this box for about a year. And then next year we'll put a couple extra boxes on top, and then they'll start producing honey that we can eat. Because we don't want to take their food. We want to make sure they have lots of food first. Right? And there you go. So let's have any questions or anything, you can certainly reach out to your teacher, or you can suggest this to your parents to follow along on the YouTube channel. I don't have a lot of videos on there. I don't do this for the videos. It's great education. And these bees will live here in my yard for a couple of weeks, and I watch them closely to make sure they're doing well. And then I'll transport them out into a larger bee yard out in the country. So, hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something, and be kind.